Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review, and today I'm going to be discussing. Well, previously I've discussed two of the four James Bond movies I have in my collection, and previously talking about Dr. No and Goldfinger. You kind of skipped around in the James Bond films, and I'm doing it in order. So, but today I'm doing the second James Bond film, which is 1963's From Russia with Love. And of course, this is, like I said, this is the second Bond film that was made. And again, it's what Sean Connery, Benoit Lee reprised his role as M, Lois Maxwell as Miss Moneypenny, the secretary, excuse me. And of course, the story also had Desmond Llewellyn making his very first appearance as Q, which although they continued to about the first 2 or 3 movies that Pierce Brosnan did. Of course, the reason why Russia with Love was picked, it's the second Bond movie, because President Kennedy picked Russia with Love as one of his most favorite novels, or at least one of his top 10 list of novels. So the producers in the movie decided to pick Russia with Love to capitalize on that, and pick Russia with Love. And some YouTube viewers, movie critics out here, consider this one to be the best one of the James Bond films, because of all the Bond films, and do agree with other reviewers on this one point, and this movie, more than any other of the Bond films, does feel like a spy film, or a spy thriller. Most of the other Bond films is either going after one villain and does all these gadgets and all these girls with crazy names. But this one doesn't really have all those crazy names or crazy or wild, over the top sidekicks. Crazy names like Goldfinger, or Odd Job, or we have or Pussy Galore and Goldfinger. Or Dr. No, you have named Dr. No and stuff like that. This one is, based on the novel. I never read any of the novels, James Bond novels, so I can't really compare if it's accurate or not. But the only major change from the novel to the film was because this was at the height of the Cold War, and they changed. It's supposed to be the Russian agency SMERSH going against, of course, MI6, which is the outfit that James Bond works for in England. Because this was at the height of the Cold War, they changed that to Spectre. They put Spectre in there to replace SMERSH, so give away all the political stuff in there. But that's really only the real major change. But for what I've heard from other critics, is pretty faithful to the original novel. When these Spectre wanted to set up James Bond to embarrass him to get even with him for killing Dr. No in the first film. So what they did is try and set him out and try and get a new Russian Lecter decoding machine. And that's pretty much the point, to get the Lecter machine out of the Russians. So they smuggle one out, and they set up James Bond to kill, embarrass, and then eventually kill Bond by using the top hitman, which happened to be Red Grant, played by played by Robert Shaw. And this was one of his, I don't know if it was his first movie, but it was definitely one of his earlier films. And he played the top henchman, which of course, when he goes to kill Bond on the Orient Express, which is a great sequence, a great fight sequence, it contained small space in a train car, or at least those cabins on this train for the fight scene, which of course which I thought was the best scene in the film. Of course, Diana Bianchi, who was a model in Italy, who was in the Miss Universe contest representing Italy, she played the love interest, and I believe that her voice was dubbed in the movie. They give her more of a Russian accent to her voice, because naturally she's Italian, she has an Italian accent, and not a Russian accent. She was like the go-between, because she was used by Spectre to send up Bond, even though she believed that the woman who Colonel Klebb, played by Lani Lenya, was still working for Russia or the old Soviet Union at the time, but she defected and was now currently working for Spectre. So she kind of, Spectre and Rosa Klebb character was saying the whole thing up. And Krosstein was, chess master, was the Spectre agent who made this whole plan up. And Rosa Klebb was the other agent to help Krosstein do this plan to set up James Bond and all this type of thing. And so the rest of the movies, Bond made the go in Istanbul, Turkey, getting out of Istanbul, get out of Istanbul, Turkey, and go, to England with the Nectar machine. So that's pretty much, the rest of the film. A good chunk of it is them on the train, and then they go on the Orient Express, actually, and then they get out of there. And then, of course, the other iconic scene was that when they're on the boat and they're getting chased by Spectre agents on the boat. I don't know how in the hell Spectre knows, and they're on this boat in the river going to Venice, and then eventually going to England from there. I don't know how in the hell Spectre found. I mean, it's kind of like something that wasn't explained in the movie that they found them when they found them. Really did, and then actually, of course, James Bond blew up. He dumped the extra gas in the river, set it on fire, and destroyed all the Spectre boats. And then, of course, he gets out and he gets in a hotel in Venice, and then that's when the Rosa Klebb character finally shows up to get the Nectar machine, and says Romanova, to kill Bond. And of course, that doesn't happen. Rosa Klebb ends up getting killed in the end of the film, and of course they escape and then go on to London, and then they advertise the next movie, which is Goldfinger. But I never even saw Rush for Love until I got the DVD of it, and I thought it was a good follow-up to Dr. No, and it was a successful movie. And as a matter of fact, what a lot of people don't know was people always focus on like Bond or M or Miss Moneypenny as the main characters, appearing throughout the series. But one person that a lot of people gloss over was that there was a character that appeared in Dr. No in the first Bond movie. I forgot the actress's name, but her character's name was Sylvia Trench. She was the very first woman that Bond meets in the entire James Bond universe, in the entire movies series. She was in the first movie when they're playing cards, baccarat, and then later on she breaks into Bond's apartment, and she's wearing nothing but just one of Bond's shirts and her high heels. And then that was the first really love scene or sex scene that Bond has in the James Bond universe. And then you don't see her again in the rest of the film. The Sylvia Trench character appears in one scene in Rush with Love. When you first see Bond, you see her because they're out on a date. And the best part is that you see her in a bikini, which is not bad. It's not a bad thing. So she's the only actress, one of the Bond girls that I know of, that appeared in 2 Bond films. No one else no other girl, except for Miss Moneypenny, has appeared in more than one Bond film. One of the actual Bond girls, one woman that Bond has slept with, has appeared in only one film. Sylvia Trench is the only one that I know of that has appeared in 2 films. So a little bit of trivia there. But in terms of a movie, I thought this was a very, very, very good film. Good follow-up. I also like Robert Shaw's character in it. He was also very good. He's usually very good in the movies he's in. And of course, Anna Bianchi, you can't just help not look at her. That's how hot she was. Of course, actually one of the most iconic scenes that kind of distracting in the film was the gypsy fight scene with the 2 girls. Even though both women were hot and both were, I think one of them was Miss Israel in the Miss Universe contest at the time, or the time before the filming of the film. So you do have a Miss Israel in there, and also Miss America for the Miss Universe contest was also in that Gypsy Fight scene, I believe. So that's my review of Wish With Love in 1963. Next film I'm gonna do is the last film that I did with James Bond. So I'm now doing all the Bond films. I know some of my friends says, one of my friends says she's not really into the Bond films. But that's okay, because I'm only going to do four of the films. So don't worry about it. So that's my review of Watching My Love. Please click on my video. Please rate it. Feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel. And please forward this video on your Facebook pages. Thanks for watching.